Good day, you're watching African Free Press Television. My name is Sam Adedoyin-Kuyi, bringing you the news today. First, the headlines. Akeredolu wins Ondo election. Fayose alleges that INEC rigged Ondo polls in favor of APC. EFCC arraigns Rita Ofili, Ajumogobia and Godwin Obla. Confusion as explosion rocks NPDC pipeline. Trump displeased about US votes recount. Now the news in detail. The All Progressives Congress candidate Chief Rotimi Akeredolu defeated the People's Democratic Party candidate Eyitayo Jegede, who was fully backed by Ondo State Governor Olusegun Mimiko. This is coming as the governor-elect has promised to banish poverty and stagnation in Ondo State after the Independent National Electoral Commission declared him winner of Saturday's election. Akeredolu, in an acceptance speech shortly after INEC's declaration, promised welfare and employment for his people and pleaded for the cooperation of all, irrespective of political platform and differences. He considered winning a challenge and to perform and a call to rescue Ondo and reverse its fortunes. He pledged that the welfare of the people alone shall be the directive policy of the government. The INEC Chief Returning Officer, Professor Abdul Ganiyu Ambali, who announced the results, said Akeredolu polled 244,842 votes, while Jegede got 150,380 votes, and Oke came a distant third with 126,889. Meanwhile, the Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose has claimed that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) connived with the ruling All Progressives Congress to rig the Ondo governorship election. INEC on Sunday announced the APC candidate Rotimi Akeredolu as the winner of the polls conducted on Saturday, November 26, 2016. But Fayose said there was more to the victory than meets the eye. In a statement released by his Special Assistant on Public Communications and New Media, Larry Olayinka, Fayose also alleged that INEC deliberately replaced the name of PDP candidate Eyitayo Jegede, thereby causing confusion that lasted till 3 days to the election. He also claimed that all political parties apart from APC were now contesting elections against INEC. Fayose claimed that the APC-led federal government deliberately created poverty in the country so as to continue to enslave the minds of Nigerians with peanuts to get their votes on election day, saying that vote and collect money to cook soup was the slang used by the APC in the Ondo State election, and that only worked because the APC federal government have put Nigerians in abject poverty. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has arraigned the Federal High Court Judge Rita Ofili, Ajumogobia and Godwin Obla SAN before the Lagos State High Court in Ikeja. They will be docked before Justice Akeem Oshodi on a 30-count charge by the EFCC. In the 30-count charge, Justice Ofili Ajumogobia is listed as first defendant, while Obla is named as second defendant. The charge borders on issuance of false statements, offering of gratification, and perversion of course of justice. The Commission has listed 6 banks as witnesses in the trial. The defendants are said to have committed the offense on May 21, 2015 by conspiring to pervert the course of justice with the sum of 5 million naira by transferring the money from Obla's company account, Obla & Co., domiciled with the United Bank for Africa, to a Nigel and Co-Life, a company whose account Ofili Ajumogobia is said to be sole signatory to. Among several allegations brought before the court is the allegation that Ajumogobia sent a false statement to the EFCC that she was on admission at one Gold Cross hospital located at Bodilon, Ikoyi. An explosion that rocked the pipeline belonging to the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company (NPDC) on the 27th of November left residents of Ogeli in Delta State devastated. Though security operatives believed that the explosion was a result of a fault, some community sources said it was as a result of an attack by suspected militants. A source, however, hinted that the Joint Task Force, codenamed Operation Delta Safe, has launched investigations to unravel the circumstances surrounding the explosion of the pipeline. It was gathered that the commanding officer, 222 Battalion, Agara Otor, Lieutenant Colonel U.S. Abdul Salam, and Ugeli South Division Police Officer Ogenedoro Samuel, and heads of the security agencies in the area had visited the scene of the explosion. As at the time of their visit, it was confirmed that the firefighters had succeeded in putting out the fire. An undercover agent said that investigations had commenced on the blast and that the picture of the incident will become clear within 24 hours. Meanwhile, the Isoko Worobo militant group, Niger Delta Greenland Justice Mandate, noted for a series of attacks in that axis of the state, is yet to claim responsibility as at the time of the attack. On the foreign scene, US President-elect Donald Trump has accused former Democratic presidential rival Hillary Clinton of reneging on her concession speech certifying the results of the presidential election. Trump, in a series of tweets in the recount, condemned Clinton's support of the votes recount efforts by Green Party nominee Jill Stein for Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Stein has raised over $6 million crowdfunding in hopes of securing a recount in the 3 key states won by Trump in the presidential election. The president-elect further quoted Clinton's concession speech, where she urged the supporters to accept the result of the election. Trump said in the votes recount efforts in the 3 states, money and time would be wasted. Trump, who trails Clinton with about 2 million popular votes, claimed that he won the popular votes, alleging that millions of people voted illegally. He also alleged voter fraud in favor of Clinton in other states, which were not reported. That brings us to the end of the news today. I remain Sam Adedonkui. Thanks for watching.